Hi guys, good morning. Good morning, good afternoon. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Sorry, I
Hi
had the
guys, good
sound
morning.
off. Good morning, good afternoon. Let me turn that off. Yes, so let's get started, guys. My apologies for the no sound early, right off the bat. So we are looking at a couple setups here for USD CAD and GJ. Now I am looking for the push down here before we take the buys here. Now look, this range has been respected throughout, right? We had London opening with the big push here, so we could anticipate that USD CAD comes down here before we look at the buys. There's a 30-minute EMA down there and 1 hour as well. So 2 hour as well. Wow. Okay, so 4 hour there, daily rejection right now. Oh wow. Okay, so this can certainly come back down here, and we will take a look at that. And USD CAD can push up to the top end of this range here that was drawn out last week, which again is still potentially being respected here. So we're going to take a look at this top end and bottom end here. Now I was anticipating that it may drop back in, so if it doesn't, we're going to look at the sells from this point on, as we had the 1 to 1, 2 to 2, and then 3 to 3, but there's no bottom wick on the current candle, which potentially, we can see it come down. Look at that GJ push as well. Wow, look at that. So we have, where's the 4 hour down here? So the lowest, EMA we see is the 1 hour, 2 hour, and then 4 hours right there as well. So we could see a tap of those two before we see a push above. But you can see generally this range has been pretty strong. I mean, you can even bring it down back here, and you can see that this range, because of the EMAs that have been kind of stuck in there, right? So in between this kind of range here, wow, pretty solid here. So I am looking for the reversals potentially, as I look for the reversals for USD CAD down here. Let's see how far it gets up here. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, and then 3 to 3 touch. Yeah. So we could see a push above here as well, but we're going to have to wait for that. Let me just see where the 4 hour is right there. So the 1 hour is potentially the lowest of, between the higher time frame EMAs. Yeah, so let's take just a measurement of the amount of pips. So 20 pips, not bad, right? So it's definitely on the smaller end for GJ. It would be tradable, especially with a non, actually there was actually this current one right here, yeah. But on the top here, not a strong push here, and we could see the pushback above with the EMA taps from the downside here. But again, we could see that push down as well. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, so USD CAD, I'm looking for the push down here to see if we can get this. But again, if it does come back in this range, right, there is no bottom wick on the current 1 hour candle and then 30-minute and 15-minute as well. So you can see definitely coming back down. But because it had a strong push with London opening, we could see it touch the top end here, which it has, tapped multiple times last week, and is still potentially respecting that range. So we're going to see if we can get the larger range in play instead of the smaller range here. So let's see. How many pips are we away from that? We're about, yeah, not bad. So 8-9 pips away from that. So very, very possible that we get USD CAD pushing up to the top end of that range, right? And GJ on the other end. Let's see. Does it continue down here? You could see on the larger end here that indeed on the larger end it has respected this range right here, which would be 1 to 1, 2 to 2, and then 3 to 3, 1 to 1, 2 to 2. Sorry, 1 to 1, 2 to 2, and then 3 to 3 would be down all the way down here. Let me take a look at the weekly EMA here. Is that nearby? Oh, that's way below. Oh, that's way below. Okay. Well, you can see that that's the range that we're looking at, and it's still respecting that, and it has not gone above that. I mean, slight breakout with the opening, but still right there intact with the previous the previous highs. So let's take a look at that. But this is the range we're in, right? So I can anticipate that if it does break below, right, it would have to cross all these EMAs: 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour. But the range is definitely there, right? So we can definitely see the range sometimes outweigh the EMAs, but there's a considerable amount of EMAs within a short span of the amount of pips, right? So within a span of what, like less than 25 pips, we have pretty much all the EMAs up to the daily EMA within that scope, right? That range. Okay. Here comes the breakout. Okay, so USD CAD again. I'm looking for a potential pushback down, right? Let's see where the 4-hour EMA is since Friday, right? So 4 hours kind of right down here. We could see it come right back down. Now, because of the big bullish push with the opening, London opening, we could see it move above that range and kind of push above. But we're going to have to wait and see here. Let's see what USD GJ now. So again, I feel GJ can come tap the EMAs down here and then push above for one more push above before it may come back down, right? But 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 1 to 1, 2 to 2. Yeah, so, and from GJ, where GJ is right now, to the top end of this larger range, about 50 plus pips. From the bottom end of that range, where the 1 hour EMA would be, it's about 70 plus pips, so another 20 pips on top of that. At that same time, we could see USD CAD push down about 50 plus pips. So yeah, let's see. Do we get a big breakout here above that range, or does it respect it? I'm going to be looking at the reason why I haven't wrote the number here for the area that I'm looking for the sell stops is because I was maybe thinking that USD CAD may respect this smaller range right here. However, it has kind of broken out pretty far above to our next target here, which is around less than 9 pips away. So if it makes one more stronger push, I may consider the 15-minute opening here, and you can see continues to move bullish, and we're not far off now from the top end of the range, which is about 8.5 pips away. So again, I could consider this, which would be 137, 340 or 330. 137, 330 to 1.37, 330 for now. We'll see how much of a strong push it creates above this potential top end of the range that we've drawn here. So let's see. Again, I'm still looking if it gets sucked back in this range, but it made a strong London opening push above, bullish push. So you could see it could easily fit right back in this range, and there's an EMA at the bottom here. Even the 1 hour was lining up as well. So we got the 2 hour down here and then the 4 hour. So you can certainly see that USD CAD can push right back down. It's just a matter of time now that we get the push down. So let's see here. And GJ again is still stuck in that range because there's just so many EMA taps, right? Normally, GJ doesn't get stuck with that many EMA taps within a small distance, in terms of pips. But this is the case currently. And I think it's tapping the daily right now. Yeah, right there, the daily. And then we got, the 5-minute, 15-minute, and so forth. So GJ has been ranging in this zone. I mean, I still have to see, if it does break out below or above that range, I'll consider something, but USD CAD seems more convincing for me as far as the sell stops. But again, because of the big bullish push right now with USD CAD, with London opening, I have to see how much push above it can create, or again, does it respect this range down here? Does it just suck back in right into that range? That's another thing that I have to consider as well. So let's see here. Good morning. Good morning. That big range held good. Exactly. Yes. So, we did consider, or at least I consider that I'm going to leave out USD CAD here, but you can see, yes, it did come down, did range in the area that I mentioned, but then made a big push late. So this whole push right here, let me show you guys. This whole push, it was still kind of stuck right here with the 2-hour EMA tap here, and then did not tap the 4-hour EMA, right? Which again would have not been convenient for me because I would wait for that push. Okay, here comes USD CAD back down, guys. Look at GJ here as well. Okay, hold on. Could I consider that sell stop now? Ooh, let's see. You took short to get to the bottom end of the exactly, yeah. But remember, you see how the push above, the short, taking the short could have been risky because we're reaching another high here, right? It potentially did not break out, but you have to be careful with the entries, right? Now, if this kind of just jumps right back up, that short may have been, a little too early. So let's see. Again, I avoided the sell stops here just because the continued push, but I think what would this be right here? 180, 137, 180. Let's see. And how large is this range here? About 11, 12 pips. Okay, so I can consider this right here. Let's make it right here, actually. 190. That's fair. So 190, guys. Again, if it does come up here, the sell stops are going to be looking over here. But if it does push down here to get the bottom end of the range here, and I'm looking at least a 30-minute EMA tap, this is about, what is this? Sorry. Or even the 1 hour can be considered, actually. Yeah. So I'll look for at least 12 pips. Or we can even do 11. Yeah, 11 should be fine. Slightly within that range. And again, we have not entered this, so it's going to be somewhere right here. And so this is the first setup. GJ is pushing above here. Look at that. So it seems to be breaking above. We'll consider that. I'm going to move the larger range out so it's not in the way here. Again, I can also see that there's a range right here. So I'm going to slightly adjust this right here. And we could see potential range in play right here, right? So as I'm looking for the sells here, this is pretty fast here. So let's see. Let's going to measure out the range here. It's about 27 pips. Ooh, not bad for GJ here. Not bad at all. But look at that huge push, bullish push right now on GJ. Right? Okay. Just going to move this here. I don't like extending the range too long, guys, so I'm going to keep it here. Let's see. So you can see on the 5-minute it looks more clear. Don't even need to go all the way back there. Just let's keep at the range that we're looking at for the stream. Okay, let's see USD CAD here. So USD CAD has been entered, guys. So let me just make that clear here. So 11 pips stop loss, 11 pip TP, 1-to-1. Looking at, you can see the 30-minute here can suck right back in and tap the 30-minute EMA down there, right? So that's kind of the idea here. If it doesn't do that, that's perfectly fine. We're looking at the larger range tap above here. But this 30-minute close is going to be pretty significant, I believe. And it's going to give us an idea whether it's going to jump up or not. But even the 1 hour EMA or 1 hour candle on USD CAD, you can see that is still a wick because London opening opened up bullish without a bottom wick. And so this is the current setup right now for USD CAD. So we could see a push down here. All right, new candle opening. So it continues to push above, no bottom wick. But again, I'm looking at this. So 1.37190 is the entry. 1.37, what is it? 080 TP1. TP at least I'm not going to be holding for too long. And stop loss is 1.37300, right, for USD CAD. And still waiting. Okay, there's a push down here. Again, we could see the 30-minute close right in there. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see. And for GJ, it's also looking like a sell as well. Let's see. Can I get a sell stop ready for USD GJ? Unless it continues to push above. Here comes USD CAD, guys. Let's see. All right, we're about to be tapped in on USD CAD. I'm also going to consider GJ, guys. But I need... So GJ sell stops at... Oh, no, but I wouldn't be able to enter that right now because if it continues to push above, maybe. Yeah, it was about 7 pips, so that would have been a nice entry. But gonna wait for this one, guys. As it came right back down to the top end of the range at the beginning here. So I'm going to wait for another push above. Let's see. USD CAD again did not get tapped in. But it could. The 30-minute is closing very, very soon. In less than 4 minutes. And again, no, I need GJ to push slightly above one more time. If you can give me that push above, maybe I should just wait for the 30-minute candle to close, right? So we could get another wick above. And maybe I'll wait. But if it does give me a push above here, right, reaches the top end of where the high it reached already. So if it does reach that, then I'll consider the sell stops. But right now, not considering those right now, right? It's too late on the move. And it seems like USD CAD may push above, but let's see how the 30-minute closes. All right, here GJ comes down. Again, got too late on this move. Maybe would have taken it above when the price was above here, but again, it was just short-lived. But it could come back up. Let's see. If it does make one more push above, then I'll consider the sells. But now, since there's less than 3 minutes left on the 30-minute close, I may just wait out for GJ on the 30-minute and then consider how price moves or where price is at to consider the sell stops, right? If they're still valid. So that's going to be a wait, and it appears to me, right, with just a few minutes left now, less than 2 minutes left, and the 30-minute candle, price has still not come down within that range. So there's no bottom wick on the current 30-minute candle, which means that the 1 hour may come back down, but it may take some more time for the setup to be activated and for the setup to come down. Now, if it does not come down and it pushes all the way above here, I'm going to consider sell stops over here, right? But we'll see how that goes. And for GJ, okay, it's potentially making that push above again. So less than 2 minutes now. It's too close for the 30-minute close. And I'm not going to, risk setting the sells because we could get a fake out above or a continuation above, right? So GJ also has a larger range above there as well. So very interesting how these pairs will close the 30-minute candle. And you can see, for example, the 30-minute candle for USD CAD, it does not seem like it'll come down and create a bottom wick. Instead, the 30-minute will close bullish and potentially bring itself all the way up to the top end here. So either way, I mean, it's okay. We'll have to see. As the 30-minute candle, new 30-minute candle will open up any second now. Alrighty. Very interesting here. Okay, yep. So the 30-minute will close above that potential range that for USD CAD here that we drawn out. And again, let me just move this on the side. GJ, oh, look at that push. But again, no top wick. Does it first move above? You can see a small consolidation zone for USD CAD right here. Alrighty, and here's GJ. So again, got late on this setup, guys, but while respecting the range here, you could see when price is over here, that's what I was considering, but it moved down too fast. Now, with this new 30-minute candle, the reason why I waited is because now there's no top wick. Now this could push above here, and then I can consider sell stops. Even if they're invalid, at least I have enough space here, a breathing room, as I call it, for me to set the sell stops and even void them if the price continues to push above, right? So we won't lose out anything on that setup. All right, here's another attempt for USD CAD to push down here. And as you can see, the 1 hour EMA, or the 1 hour, sorry, candle has no bottom wick, which is the London opening, candle here for the hour. And then we also have the 1 hour EMA below here, below that range, which again, the price can reach before the close of this hour. And yeah, so let's see if we get tapped in here. We potentially may, which will be very interesting. It should be 190 right there, yeah. And here's GJ again, so that could not consider the sell stops because the 30-minute candle was too close, to be, the new 30-minute candle was too close to open, and we could get a push above, although I would have taken potential entry right here when price was up here, but we would have gotten about, 12 pips? Not bad. I mean, it could have been a break even if anything, but it's okay. This could come right back. Expecting another push above, potentially this wick, another push above here, and then I can consider setting the sell stops, which will give me enough breathing room for me to continue the move down. And the 1 hour EMA taps, 1 hour EMA tap looks convincing. However, if it pushes down from here, then that move has been missed. Nonetheless, USD CAD setup is ready, and let's see if we get this move down. Right, so now there's a multitude of confluences here with USD CAD. There is the existing range with the 1 hour can just be a wick on the upside and a fake out to the downside, as there's no bottom wick on a large time frame candle. There's also EMA taps found within that range below a non-wick candle. So there's two consecutive 5-minute non-wick candles here, non-bottom wick candles. So price can reach down here, and then if price reaches here, there's a 30-minute EMA at the bottom end of the range, and then if it pushes past that, which is going to respect the range, the 1 hour EMA taps below there as well, right? So we have a multitude of confluences for this setup, for it to be lower risk and a potential clean range, right? At least on the 1 hour, with of course the huge wick, and that would be kind of connected to the London opening for a Monday, right? So nonetheless, let's see. Again, looking for a push for GJ, bullish push above for me to consider the sells. All right, here comes USD CAD. So this might be the first setup of the week during London session, and it would be for USD CAD. All right, let's see. I think there's a wick on the bottom candle on USD CAD. Let's take a look. I mean, let's see. So on TradingView there is not, right? On the 5-minute candle there, you can see there's no bottom wick, and also on this candle there's no bottom wick as well. So these two consecutive 5-minute candles that are found within that range have no bottom wick, right? At least on TradingView, right? So again, brokers may be a little different, just slightly. Okay, if you're using let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure then. You're right. It is a little confusing for sure. But on the 5-minute, it does not show a bottom wick. Nonetheless, again, the range can still be respected, right? So I'm still looking at the range. Forget the bottom wick, but that's just an added confluence, but that's not the only confluence that we're looking at, right? I would never just enter with one confluence and assume that the trade is valid. Now, even the current 5-minute candle, you can see no bottom wick either. Right, but let's take a look nonetheless. I mean, we do have the higher range, higher time frame range above here. So USD CAD can internally reach there. That was the intended. Initially, this was a setup. It pushed above. Potentially thought that this could be the setup here. The sell stops at this top end of the range here, but then the 30-minute close very bearish here, or slightly bearish with the wick above. And the new 30-minute candle to close off the 1 hour, which again, the 1 hour does not have a wick at the bottom end of this current candle. So we could see it to come right back down and potentially respect and tap the EMAs that are found within the range and the 1 hour that's found below that range. Right? So let's see. USD CAD is pushing down. Again, GJ, I'm looking for a push above. A push above here, at least, beyond the, top wick here, and then I could consider the sell stops in the same area right here found in that range. But I would need USD CAD to make a strong bearish push here for me to consider the sell stops. At the same time, I don't want to be tapped in USD CAD and it continues to push above as well, right? So if the 1 hour candles closes strong with the bearish engulfing, right? So the current candle creates a bearish engulfing end and continues down, that'll be a very valid setup here. So we need to see that move. We do have a 5-minute candle close coming. We had a close call right here, but did not reach our entry point, so just 1.2 pips away. So let's see if it can make another bearish attempt here. And again, here GJ is making that push above, as I had hoped, so we can get the sell stops if it makes a strong push above here. But let's see nonetheless. Alrighty, so you can see that USD CAD is still ranging here, right? So now the idea could be that it's ranging here and then it breaks above to the top end. So that's why there was enough, breathing room between where price was, even if it pushed down, for it to not tap our entry and to continue up. But if it's a strong push down, bearish push, this would be a clean entry here, and I believe a clean range here to close off the hour. But we're still about 21 minutes away. So again, USD CAD can push above to the top end of this larger time frame range, or it can suck right back into this range here and not only come right back down, tap us, but create a bottom wick, create a bearish engulfing end to continue the move down with the 15, 30 minute and 1 hour EMA tap here, before we can look for reversals, right? We'll see about that. But again, it has a potential, you know, USD CAD has a potential to move up here, and the sell stops would be, you know, placed somewhere here once it breaks above this range here. So all right, just got to be a little patient here. But yes, back to what I was mentioning earlier. So yeah, this is the range that we were looking at. And when I left the stream here, I think it was around somewhere over here. And I mentioned that there's a 2-hour EMA, so it can certainly push down. It did come up, push down, did not tap the 4-hour EMA, which again, I did mention that I wouldn't be looking for this setup, even though this setup looks pretty valid here, right, with the range. But because it was a Friday and we were, you know, going on into after the stream was going to be pre-New York and New York session and so forth. So could have been a slowdown of movement, and just didn't want to, you know, risk anything else to close off the week, which was again very profitable week last week. If you guys attended the streams, you guys would see. If you guys did not, you guys can check out the streams. They're all posted on YouTube. Anyhow, the 2-hour did come down. It did tap, and then you could see it moved up here, but then somewhere late, you know, late, I would say New York session, right before the end of the week, we saw it push down here, somewhere over here, right? So it kind of just floated in this area, which I mentioned that it may float in this area. It did do that, and then with this new week opening right here, continued to move up. So it still respected the range. So because it's a Monday now, I'll be more willing to take, you know, a setup once it reaches either end of the range. But again, if it's completed, I'm going to be more careful because, again, it is a Monday as well. So if, for example, if USD CAD does come up here, I'm going to allow for USD CAD to move at least a decent amount of pips above, normally more than what I look for, you know, on a normal setup, right? Especially on the stream, because again, smaller range, smaller breathing room, larger range, larger breathing room before you enter sell stops or buy stops, right? So you have to consider that. And I give more detail about that in the course. If you guys are interested, I do have a discount sale on the course, which is a limited time offer only. And you'll get 1 month of free mentorship plus the course at a discount, right? So that sale is right now if you want to check it out on Range Ideology. And again, you will get Discord access as well for the, you know, time that you are a part of the mentorship. The mentorship alone, if you guys are interested, which I believe many of you guys are, that is nearly launched. I'm just waiting for the website, you know, to get a green light so I can launch that. Once the website is launched, you guys can access the website, and, you know, from there you can purchase the mentorship, right? So hopefully, again, I'm working day and night on that, and, you know, have, you know, really good developers helping me as well. So hopefully we can get that within a week. Again, I do want, you know, a better design, and not just a crusty design, right? So I still value giving, you know, a high quality service with, you know, a high quality design, right? So hopefully, again, my timeline is within 7 to 10 days. Hopefully it's earlier. In anticipation of that, I'm also doing a MacBook giveaway, which I'm going to be launching details hopefully this week. Now, it was supposed to be last week, but hopefully now this week I can give you guys final details where you guys can go ahead and, you know, enter that giveaway. And I'll explain the details once I do have, you know, the instructions ready to go. So again, those are the things that I'm working on, and that's the reason why some of these streams have been delayed and not in normal time, just so I can get some stuff done. I have, you know, developers in different time zones, so I have to match that as well. But anyhow, let's get back to the setups here. So USD CAD seems, or GJ seems to, you know, suck back in right into the range, and it did not move above here, right? It did not come back above here, or even to the top end of the range here. So I'm still anticipating that that move occurs before I can consider the sell stops. Now in the 15-minute, as we're closing a 50-minute candle here, could we get a push above again and see if we can, create sell stops or enter sell stops with GJ, right? So 15-minute close. All right, here it is. Let's see, no top wick currently. Let's see if it pushes above. We can make a strong push above. That would be nice to consider, but if not, that's okay. Here USD CAD is again. Maybe now the last 15 minutes to close off the hour now, can USD can come down now, right? So no bottom wick on the current 1 hour candle for USD CAD. And there's the last 15 minutes left now. Can it come down and create a bottom wick and create an engulfing end, bearish engulfing end to continue down, right? So it's going to be a very critical candle here. Now, if the 1 hour closes strong bullish, we could anticipate that it's going to move up all the way up to the top end of the range here on the larger time frame, and then consider sell stops somewhere once it breaks above. Again, need a larger amount of breathing room, and consider sell stops down here to go all the way down, right? But nonetheless, let's see here. All right, so GJ is still respecting this. Okay, looking forward to it. So I'm assuming that's the mentorship. Yes, I know. Many of you guys are looking forward to it. Again, I am also looking forward to it. But before I release it, I do want to mention what's going to be included in the mentorship, right? So I mentioned how we're going to make it an effective group, right? Not only an effective group, but how which steps we're going to take to make sure that there's accountability, right? So one of the main things, again, why I enjoy live streams is because it brings about more accountability within you as a trader, right? Within you as a risk manager, as a trade manager, right? So all of these components make you a better overall trader, right? So when you have a community, community with you, trading the same system, looking at the same setups, same strategy, you get this, communion, and because of that, you can have accountability and responsibility to make sure that you're trading right, because now you're, to some degree, you're accountable, right? And I'm going to bring accountability in ways where it's interactive and there's no isolation or disappointment, right? Even if, let's say, you're down a couple of trades and so forth. So the isolation aspect and, not having somebody or a peer that you can, kind of trade with along as far as, the strategy is concerned. So those type of things I think, we can build on, and I'm going to create ways in how we can make accountability work. And again, it's not forced accountability, right? I don't want to make it seem like that, but to a certain degree where that you will have to show, right, for what it is, right? So I also want to create, a trader of the week and a trader of the month, right? Where I'm going to be giving, a giveaway in terms of that. So there's also a responsibility aspect and a reward aspect as well, to continue not only the motivation, but again, to create the discipline in you guys to become that better trader, right? So it's going to be a very interactive group, hopefully. I want to have a lot of calls within that group. I want to do some streams exclusively only for the group, right? So I may, cut down on some YouTube streams. Instead of, 5 days a week, I may just do 3 days a week after a certain time, and then, but still be hosting the streams on the mentorship, right? So working exclusively with the members that are part of the mentorship, again, is going to bring, again, that unity as well, and make it more interactive. But I'll see how I continue the YouTube streams. Maybe I'll do 1 hour streams and then we'll cut off, and then only the mentorship members will have access to the rest of the stream through Zoom. So I'll look in different ways on how we can make it more valuable and increase the community as well, because there's a lot of benefit, I believe, that can be created from that, and a lot of value that you guys will receive as well, right? So a lot of different ways I'm looking at to create the better a better community, a more let's say cooperative community, and keeping us more accountable, and the responsibility aspect as well, right? So I want you guys to get your money's worth, but at the same time, bring about accountability and responsibility within your own trading, so you can take it to the next level, right? And again, I want to make sure everybody levels up their trading. If they're a part and they're paying a fee per month, leveling up is the only solution, right? There's no, going back and making, the same mistakes. It's only improving and leveling up. And, again, my goal is to create at least 100 plus funded traders at least. At least 100 plus funded traders, and even more, right? Because I truly believe if we can dumb down all these different aspects, you guys will see the results, right, within yourselves as traders, and the success will show step by step, right? But definitely incentives, accountability aspect, the community aspect, and just kind of, increasing the value that's given for the fee that you guys are going to be paying, right? I want you guys to get not only your money's worth, but more than your money's worth, because this is going to be life-changing, right? This is not just something that you're paying a fee for and you're getting a service and, here and there. No. Create a life-changing experience, because truly the skill of trading, right, especially as far as Forex trading is, with the strategy that I've worked with, as far as Forex trading is, it changing such a powerful skill that you can attain that could be life-changing, right? And we're talking about taking over, as your main source of income. I wouldn't rely on it right away, but it could be your main source of income. It could be highest source of income in terms of numbers, right? So there's a lot of different things that can happen. But creating that community, I think, is truly, truly important, especially for a strategy or system in play. So everybody's on the same page. YouTube, again, is that platform overall, but it doesn't dumb down on certain things, right? And so, I think Discord having a community there would be really nice. Exactly, yes. So that's the reason why I do want to create that. And again, I truly believe that I can bring, I can give you guys that value as much as possible, right? With different setups, there will be entries, but the accountability aspect and incentivizations, right? A lot of different things that a lot of, I've seen some groups don't really, get in too much into that. And that's probably because they're probably working on their own trading and so forth. But for me personally is building traders from the ground up. And once you guys see how we can incorporate the accountability aspect, I think accountability is so important, because once you know you're accountable and you have to show for, what you've done, at that point, you have to realize that now you have to smarten up. You have to take the right decisions. You can't be over risking, over trading, right? So I do want to create that way, because again, I'm creating the community for serious traders, right? This is not just a gimmick. If you guys are here just for a signal or two, that's not the group. That's not what the group is for, right? This is not just for that. This is going to create a community of successful traders and for serious traders, right? I did initially have, a smaller package where I told you guys maybe I'll, price it at $50 or whatnot for just people that just want to trade. But I felt like, what, if I really want to put everything in, I'm going to create just one standard package, one tier, and just work with that tier. Because again, if I can show you guys that my system works and you guys can replicate that and be successful, which again, I truly believe, the system is successful because of a lot of, my results over and over again. If I can replicate that with you guys and you guys can replicate that on your own, I think that's more important for me than just sending off entries to you guys, right? Because I want to create kind of a legacy in terms of, before I let go of this whole community and so forth. I want to create a legacy behind that. Trading is not a scam, especially Forex trading is not a scam. It's legitimate. Once you bring the accountability aspect within your trading, you guys will see it's going to be life-changing. And it's very, very important that you guys create that, right? So again, I also mentioned that I'm going to create small groups within the group. so I can work individually with you guys, or at least in a group setting. So it doesn't feel like I'm just talking to over 100 people and so forth at one single time, even though there will be some calls in that regard as well. But I'll definitely want to know where your trading is at, how far you guys are, and that's how I'm going to group certain traders as well. Again, we're going to have different tiers. We're going to have traders of the week, traders of the month. Incentivization, I think, it's key to success as well, because it's gratifying, right? Although the larger goal is still in play, right? And that is to be a better trader in all aspects: risk management, the trade management, accountability, being responsible traders, right? So all these components. All right, wow, look at how USD CAD flew. So again, this I'm going to invalidate, guys. The hour seems like it's going to open above. So we're going to close this off. This range, again, did not fully respect it. So I'm just going to move that just so it's not in the way over here. So let's see GJ. So GJ is still kind of adjusting here, but I like the USD CAD setup here. So now I could anticipate that USD CAD will push above. Right, you can even kind of level up to the previous high here, which was last Thursday, as we have a new 1 hour candle coming up. And then I could look for sell stops. What is it, 3? I'm going to keep it a little lower here. Let's do 330. It was 1.37330. All right, so looking for these sell stops, but again, as we close off the 1 hour candle, it is pushing strong. So again, I'm not going to enter these setups until I feel like there's enough of a strong push above, right? The larger the range, the larger the breathing room we need, right? You can see the taps on both ends. Beautifully respected this range all throughout last week, and from Wednesday on, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and now Monday, it's continuing to move up, and we could get that push above here. Now, because it's a larger range, I think it's about 55 pips. Let's measure that out. Or almost 60 pips if you want to, go right down to the bottom end here. Let's just recalculate that. So yeah, you could say about 60 pips. Wow, okay. So this could be a potential 3 TP setup here, right down to the 4 hour EMA. Look at that. But again, I'm not going to enter early, guys. I need a higher amount. We got the hour close coming, so let's see. But I need a stronger push above this range. So I would need somewhere, to level up this wick right here, or slightly above, and then I'll consider the sell stops, right? So I'm gonna wait out for that. And we got the 1 hour candle close coming up very, very soon. And here's GJ as well. So again, GJ is also going to close bullish here. Appears to be. Okay. Yeah, so I'm looking for USD CAD to at least move up another 7-8 pips, and I can consider the sell stops then. So we have a 4 hour close coming. Right, so we have a 4 hour close coming after this 1 hour candle opens up. Sorry, after the next hour closes, we'll have a 4 hour close, but where is the 4 hour? So you can see it's still respecting the range. So every 4 hour candle, right, you can see every 4 hour candle has closed within this range since last Wednesday. So that is pretty significant, meaning since Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and on Monday, in 4 days, it has not broken this range, which means that it can respect it as it is respecting the range all throughout. And again, we do have some confluences to show us that indeed it can continue to respect it, but I need a strong break above. I believe it's going to create that. If it does not, I'm not going to enter these guys. Even if I miss it again, I'm not going to go against my rules. I need my rules, to be applied before I consider the sell stops. And you guys seen many times over. I did not take the move early because I stuck to my rules. And then what it would do is, it may do a push down and we may, think that we missed a move, but then it boom comes up and then comes down and then boom, right? So if you guys been watching my streams, you guys know that. Again, it doesn't mean that that's going to happen 100% of the time, right? There has been times where now we missed a move. I could have taken it right here, didn't take the sell, and boom, we get the full push down. That's okay, right? But the more important idea is, again, taking accountability and responsibility of making sure that you follow your rules. That's a very, very big thing that I believe, a lot of traders downplay, and they pursue, taking that position early, and then they get in drawdown, and that drawdown may hit their stop loss eventually. And then when they realize that if they had taken the original entry at their intended target, right, intended zone, and they waited patiently, right, patience, they would have maybe, got the TP and the right entry. So these are keys, for a successful trader, to make sure you have patience, discipline, and you follow your rules no matter what. You follow the rules strictly. All right, so GJ again is not giving me confidence to take either setup either way. I was looking for a potential, break above this wick before I can consider sell stops, but it did not give it. So not going to, enter a GJ right now unless it makes a reversal here, or I can consider the buys if it comes down here, and I believe taps the 30-minute, yep, and the 1 hour here. Let's see. So I can consider both ways, but again, you guys can see that it's respecting the range. And I think that's really, really important. USD CAD as well, respecting the range, right? And these are exact ranges. That's the beauty of these ranges, that they're exact. Or I mean, nearly exact, right? All right, just a quick question, guys. I mean, whoever's listening in, how many of you guys are considering the mentorship? So I'm thinking of something where I'm gonna release it in the first week of November. Again, I'm just waiting for the website, but I'm thinking of releasing maybe before mid-November, maybe early November, or maybe end of this week or early next week. But I'm thinking to give whoever takes the whoever signs up for the first official launch of the mentorship, they'll get November and December, right? Because again, December might be a little slower at the end of the month, but I'll do like a 2-for-1 deal to launch the mentorship, since a lot of you guys have been waiting patiently, right? So I'll do a 2-for-1 deal for anybody that wants to get in on the mentorship, and you guys get 2 months of value for the price of one to kickstart the mentorship, right? So I think I can give that offer to anybody that will sign up for the first month, and I think I'll leave that deal until like maybe the middle of the month, or the third week of the month. We'll see. But yes, I'm considering that. So definitely looking forward to seeing a lot of you guys there. But let's get back to the setup here. So again, USD CAD did tap the top end here. I slightly adjusted it. But let's see here. All right, USD CAD, GJ kind of pushed up as well. So let's see. Again, previous 2 candles have been bullish. Third candle again could continue bullish for GJ. Okay, me for sure considering a yes. Okay, nice to see you guys. Nice to see. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you guys there. There will be some members that have bought the course. That will be there as well in the group, right? Again, I'll be inviting everybody. You know that it's a course member. So they'll be there at least for the first month, since it comes with the purchasing the course. But yes, definitely would love to see a lot of you guys there. Again, we're gonna be making sure that we make it very interactive, and no one is isolated, because again, after a heavy loss, or a losing streak, it could be very depressing, very disappointing. You could feel very isolated. So I think truly for that, the community can really work in balance, as long as everybody within the community is in cooperation and respectful. And again, we're gonna keep it. I'm gonna have moderators as well to make sure that everything is respectful and nothing is out of the line. I'll have some rules as well for the Discord. So we're gonna make sure we respect that as well, right? Because again, we're all working for a common goal, for ourselves to gain such a powerful skill where we can take it to the next level, right? So the Discord group, the mentorship, is going to be truly for serious traders only, that want to take their trading to the next level. And I'm going to have a full game plan that I'm going to share with you guys hopefully throughout the week here, and then you guys will see from there. Sorry if you have replied already. The Discord will come together with the mentorship. Exactly, right? Exactly. So the Discord is going to be the hub, right, for all the mentorship members and course members. And over there, we're going to have live streams again. Some live streams that may not be hosted on YouTube. I'm even considering only hosting on the Zoom 5 times a week, and maybe YouTube maybe 2 or 3 times a week, or doing 1-hour streams on YouTube, and then the continuation, right? Of course, 1 hour, we can't really get a big move, or we can't get all the setups in 1 hour. So I'll do maybe like a 1 hour, YouTube, and then the continuation will be on the Zooms. So you will have to be a mentorship member as well. So again, I want to increase value for all the mentorship members to the maximum, right? And remember, guys, Zoom versus YouTube, there's an 8 to 10 second delay. So Zoom is instant execution. So if I whatever I'm saying now, you're gonna hear 8 to 10 seconds later in real time on YouTube. But if you consider Zoom, it'll be instant as well. So even if I do YouTube live streams, let's say for 5 days a week, and it's the regular sessions, I'm still gonna give you guys Zoom access for all the mentorship members, so you guys catch the move right on time. If there's a quick wick and so forth, a quick hour closure, or something happens really quickly, you guys will have an instant kind of setup ready as well, and we'll potentially know right away. And not having to wait for 8 to 10 seconds, as YouTube has a natural delay. So that's going to be another benefit as well. But again, I'm going to create a lot of different benefits, but it's not just for for you guys just to paying the monthly fee. It's for to make you guys better traders, right? So that's kind of, I'm digging down deep. I have looked at other groups and what they do. I don't really like some of them where they just kind of post, but there's not much interaction. And there's not much work towards. Of course, now I understand that once you start gaining hundreds of members, on a Discord, it's really hard to interact, right? And make the full, or make it to such a degree where you can help improve each individual trader. But for me personally, I mentioned to you guys initially, if you guys are a mentorship member, you guys will have you guys will have a better advantage, because there will be less members initially, right? The course members are going to have access, but if they don't want to be part of the Discord group, that's perfectly fine, right? So Discord members will get 1 month free, or sorry, the course members, but not all of them may come along, and that's because they may just want to be, self learners, and they don't really want to be part of the community. That's completely fine, right? But for the most part, again, I'm gonna make it interactive enough, and the earlier you guys come up, or the earlier you guys are a part of the mentorship, the better it'll be for you guys, because I'm gonna be really, really invested. And the less members, the more benefit you can take, the more support you can get initially as well, right? But even on a large scale, right? Even as I scale, I still want to keep the same level of support and accountability for each trader. So that's where my assistants will come in, and moderators, and especially some of you guys can become moderators as well, right? And I'll have different tiers where my assistants and so forth, and I'm talking about like a paid position as well, right? Not only just for volunteering purposes, but I'm really looking for serious traders that can again carry the platform as well later on when I decide not to do this full time. So this is not just for a side gimmick here, but yes. So again, we'll see to it month to month, but the earlier you get in, the more benefits you can catch on early, and as we scale, I'm gonna be using the top traders that are part, that learn the strategy inside out, that know it to the fullest, and use you guys to help out, growing the community as well, right? So we're gonna work as a collaborative team. At the same time, we're gonna create accountability in different ways for us as traders in our own trading, and make things happen, right? So make things happen for the better. And learn this powerful skill that can change your life, right? I'm not, saying this as to make it just as a cliche statement, but it is truly life-changing if you truly put your, heart into this, and you truly respect, risk management, trade management, and, you have the discipline and patience, right? That's what the group, or that's the kind of the ideal member that I would like, that would want to be a part of the mentorship. All right, so USD CAD did come up here, guys, but again, it did not give me a push above, so it did not follow my rule, even though it may push all the way down, but it did not follow that. So for that reason, I could not. Yeah, and here's GJ as well. So GJ, I'm looking for the sell stops here, but look at that push from USD CAD. But again, it did not give me that push above. So I'm not considering taking USD CAD sells, right? Now GJ, guys, it is pushing up. Let me just take a look at the 15 minutes. So it can come right back down. But you could see on the left here, it created a wick. All right, guys, thank you for subscribing. So that notification sound is usually for somebody subscribing. So appreciate that. Alrighty, let's take a look. All right, appreciate it again. All right, let's take a look, guys. All right, G to self stops here. Okay, guys, I'm going to look at this. So 182. All right, you guys on a roll. I'm not sure who keeps subscribing here, but appreciate it. 182, 390. $182,390 right there. I'm actually going to consider this. So 390 right there, and I'm looking at now the 15, now the 30 minute. I think the 30 minutes is valid. Okay, to here. So 25 pips. Yep, 25 pips. But wow, look at that push. So as USD CAD is coming down now, it's pushing above. And again, if USD CAD had respected this, right? So it was maybe another, 1 pip above here from 330. It was about, a couple pips above, so it did not give me that push for me to take the sell stops or until the sell stops. And GJ now, it is making that push, but I'm still going to consider this sell stop, guys. So I'm entering these sell stops. Again, if it continues pushing up to the top end of the range, I will remove the sell stops. So let's see, 15, 1 hour, 30 minute, 1 hour here. Yep. Can certainly come right back down. And here it is. So 182, 390, 25 pips stop loss, 182, 640, and 25 pip TP, 182, 140. I'm going to just keep it 1-to-1 here. Just because, again, there is a larger range up top here. And I'm not going to take the risk of continuing to hold on, right? Because for all I know is that GJ could come down here and then continue the reversal all the way to the top here. So the range can still be respected once it comes down. But wow, look at that push by USD CAD. Again, I mentioned reasons why I did not take the sell stops. And, you know, even if we miss it, it's okay. It's all right. No worries. But I could, again, see USD CAD pushing up above, making that large push above before the 4 hour closes, right? So the 4 hour can close bullish up top here. And the next 4 hour candle can push above and maybe come back for the sell stops. Meanwhile, GJ, on the other hand, I could see it come right back down and continue down as well, actually. So, you know what? If it does come up all the way up top here, I'll consider the sell stops up there. But if not, I may actually consider holding this trade up, guys, because I can see that this range right here, right? Let me show you guys on a more clear pattern here. So this range right here, this could all be a wick right now. And let's put it right here or even right here. This could all be a wick right now, and it could respect this range. 1, 1, 2, 2, and now this could come all the way down here, guys. So I'm gonna consider holding on some of the setups here, but let's get this GJ pushing back down here, and let's see what it does here. So does it get up top here? Let's see how many pips away it is. 22, 23. And how many pips away is it from our potential entry here for us to be tapped in? About 14, 15 pips. So I think that's good distance. Don't want to make it too high above here and be tapped in and it continues to move up. USD CAD now, let's see. Making a strong push there as well. Okay. And strong bullish push here. We do have a 30-minute close coming in less than 12 minutes. All right, so let's see how the 30-minute candle closes. Right, if we can close right back into this range, we can certainly see it move right back down. And wow, look at that push from USD CAD. Wow, look at that. No, it is going to come and potentially tap the 15-minute EMA here, and the 30-minute potentially as well, and then the 1 hour here, right? Let's see. I mean, this continues all the way down, guys. On the 4 hour close, it could continue bearish all the way down to the 4 hour here, which would mean that, yes, this setup has been missed. But again, it didn't follow my plan, so I did not want to take that risk early on. For all we know, it could tap here and then come right back up, right? Because there's a lot of EMA taps in between this range. And again, GJ, if it does, 30-minute does not come back down, right, and create a bearish engulfing end, next 11 minutes, these sell stops would be voided as well. Or if GJ pushes above here, I would void these sell stops and move them somewhere along the lines of 182.680, 182.700, which would be in line with the larger GJ range. Right, you can see right here, this larger range right here. So a lot of action happening on a Monday morning here with both pairs that I trade, GJ and USD CAD, but have not given us a setup yet. USD CAD nearly, did come up to our entry here, but needed a push above for another, let's see how many pips here. Needed another push above 4 or 5 pips to make this setup happen. Did not occur, so I avoided the setup for now. Let's see if it comes right back around with the new 4-hour opening in less than 40 minutes to see if we get that setup. Alrighty. All right, guys, for anybody joining the stream late today, again, I am going to have the MacBook giveaway, which I did mention on Friday. So the giveaway will be a MacBook, and the reason behind that is I'm actually going to I'll be giving multiple MacBooks away over the course of the next few months, and that is partly because again I use a lot of I used to do a lot of management, so I got a lot of devices. And so I'm going to be giving away all those MacBooks one by one. And so, look out for that. For the first one, again, I'm going to have strict instructions, but it's open to anybody. But if you are a part of the, mentorship, once that opens up and a course member and so forth, you get more votes in the name, right? So it's going to be, let me show you guys here. Actually, hold on. GD is moving up here. It's a lot of movement on a Monday. Yep. We could expect that. Sometimes Mondays are unexpected. But wow, look at that push from USD CAD all the way down to the 15-minute EMA. So 20 pips right there. And potentially the 30 and the 1 hour as well. But you got the 2 hour and then the 4 hour. So if this can fully turn bearish here all the way down, we'll see. And we have a 30-minute close coming on GJ as well. So again, it could come up to this area, and then we could potentially see the sell-offs here, right? So it doesn't seem like it's going to come back down, guys. So I'm going to avoid these sell stops, guys. It's just not giving us that move right now. Let me just move it up here. So when we're looking at sell stops in this area, which will be around the 182.700, but again, I'm going to need a break above that because these are the larger ranges, right? Larger ranges need a larger breathing room, right? So look at those pairs. These are all the moves we caught last week here, guys. Very interesting week last week. I know, many mentioned that, it was a tough week last week, but if you did attend the streams, you would notice that we caught a lot of nice setups last week with a good finish on GJ. It took, 2 seconds, but nonetheless, we did catch it. Where was the setup right here, right? So this took, once it did, enter our tap into the sell stops, literally took 2 seconds to complete this, right? But again, the main idea was you guys can go watch that stream on Friday if you guys did not, attend that stream. And the main thing I mentioned was that we followed our game plan, right? We actually waited 1.5 hours plus just for that setup to form. And it followed our game plan. We patiently waited. And the TP hit within seconds, right? That's not always going to happen, and that may not happen at all. But nonetheless, our plan was followed. We stuck to that, and we got TP, right? So, and that was the last setup, the only setup on Friday that I took on the stream, and the only setup that I took overall to close off the week. All right, so you can see now GJ is kind of pushing back down, potentially back in that range in the last, 5 minutes before the 30-minute close, but not that convincing. So I did shut off the idea here of this right here. Now, does it make a strong push? Or does it not? Well, the 50-minute, it broke above. 30-minute, it has not broken above, but it's 4 minutes left. And so it could potentially be a break above that. All right, and that's why I avoided the sell stops down here and created sell stops in this area in the larger time frame range. And again, we could see USD CAD down here. We could see it in a range in this area. So 15-minute EMA and then 30-minute EMA as well. Let's see. So it'll be very interesting how the 30-minute closes here. Still got 3 minutes left to go. Now let me look at the left here on GJ. So the 1 hour still has room to come back. So you know what, guys? I'm going to consider these sell stops again. These are the larger time frame, so I'll leave that there. But hold on, I'm going to consider these sell stops, guys, because on the 1 hour, you can see that there's a lot of wicking on the 1 hour here. So instead of removing them, I'm going to add them back here. So it's going to be 182. What was it? 400. So let's do that. 182, 400. Yeah. Look at that push. Okay, and it's going to be, again, 25 pips. 182, 400. And 25 pips here. Yeah, so slightly adjusted the setup here. 25. And it's going to be a 182, 400. So the 30 minutes is going to close right around there. And you could see that it's large wick there. So I did close before, I did open up or entered the sell stops before the 30-minute close because we could anticipate a big bearish push here. So again, USD CAD could reverse here, but it could come down to tap the 30-minute before it reverses. So again, I'll watch that. But with GD, I want to see now, can it make that strong push? So 182, 400 is our entry, right? Sell stop. And 25 pips to 182, what, 640? Sorry, 650. And 182, 200, you can say is our, not 200, sorry, 182, 150, my apologies. 182, 150 is our TP. 182, 650 is our stop loss. 182, 400 is our sell stop where I've entered here for GJ. And for USD CAD, I'm still looking for maybe a push down to the 30-minute and potentially the 1 hour for a potential reversal. But we're going to have to see that. Still early on here. Okay, less than a minute left to close off the 30-minute candle. Here it comes. So no top wick, and now it may create the top wick before it comes down. Okay, no top wick, guys. I'm still going to keep this on, though. 182, 400. No top wick. Let's see. So it could create the top wick right now, or it could push down. I'm looking for a strong push to break that, to break below that range in anticipation of hitting the EMAs below. The 5-minute would be down there, 15 and 30-minute as well, which is our TP. But let's see. Does it continue pushing up? Again, if it does continue pushing up, these sell stops would be more valid, and these would be removed. These smaller range setup sell stops here. Again, USD CAD is now moving slow after that big bearish push. Again, we do have a 4-hour close coming in less than 30 minutes. So we're going to have to see how that plays out. Again, GJ is making another bearish push, but to no avail. Does it continue moving up, or does it continue moving down? Let's see. Alrighty. So there's no topic on the current candle for GJ, the current 5-minute, 30-minute, 15-minute candle. Let's see. Alrighty, so moving very, very slow now. GJ is, and let's see SD CAD as well. So kind of lost some volume here. But again, we are approaching a high time frame candle closure. So we can see, it can close pretty sharp in one direction before the 4-hour candle closure. Now look at the 4-hour candle closure here, or potential candle close, and it could kind of push all the way down. GJ can. Look at the 1 hour as well. You can see that this could have just been a huge wick here, and then now the complete push down here. Let's see. Does it push above, or does it push down? Okay, here it's making a push now. GJ is no top wick, but again, I'm gonna hold on to this one just because the 1 hour closing and the 4 hour is closing as well. Okay, here it comes. All right, here it comes. Okay, there's a 5-minute close coming as well. Candle close. Let's see, it was very close here. It was about, what, 3 pips away. Okay, we got a 5-minute close coming any second now. All right, here's a new 5-minute candle. All right, pushing up, maybe to fill the previous candle as far as the top wick. There was no top wick on the previous 5-minute candle, so it can come and fill that up, or continue the push down. Let's see. All right, let's see. It's making a run. All right, here it is. Let's see. Nope. Did not come back down. In fact, it is now. Continues to just jump up and down here. Let's see. Can we get that push? All right, here it comes. About to be tapped. About to be tapped. All right, here it is, guys. Nearly there. And all right. I'm tapped in, guys. Yeah. Or the 180 to 400. Yep. I'm tapped in. So now that was a new 5-minute opening. So looking for a big push here down to the EMAs. 5-minute first, and then the 15 and 30-minute next. Right, it's also approaching the daily right here as well. Okay, no, that's down there. Okay, let's see. Can we get it across? Nice clean push. Okay. Continue that push again. The 5-minute just opened up, so we can have a nice push all the way down to the 5-minute EMA at least. And the 15 and 30-minute EMA would be next. Again, you can see on the 1 hour, it was a huge wick here. And that's why I re-entered these sell stops, before, after voiding them. And again, doesn't mean that GJ cannot come back up here. It can first complete this range down here, reverse, push above, and then come up here. But nonetheless, this is the current setup right now. It is active. USD CAD could come up all the way back up here as well. Let's see. Ooh, so just rejected the tap in here. But again, the 15-minute, so the 5-minute EMA is a good point here where I think once it breaks below that, I would set my stops at break even. Need a good close here, good bearish close here to close off the 5-minute candle. But I believe this whole push down can be valid here, right? With the strong push, especially with the 1 hour close coming and the huge wick to the top side. And you can look to the left, that it was a considerable marker to, for reversals here. So let's see. It's just sitting right at break even right now, prices. And slightly in drawdown, and then may make another push here before the 5-minute, candle closes, a push down that is. And looking again to get to the 5-minute EMA. Once it slightly breaks below that, I'm going to adjust my stops to break even to make it risk free. USD CAD on the other hand, again, could push down to the 30-minute EMA, potentially the 1 hour, but we could see signs of reversal here to continue, to the or to create a bullish engulfing end to close off the 4 hour candle here. So let's see. Here comes GJ again, slightly in profit here. Again, it could push down. We got less than a minute left for the 5-minute EMA, but it could make a strong push here to give us that push below the EMA so we can adjust our stops. Let's see. Okay, nice push. Look at that push, guys. Nice push. Nice push. Again, barely went, a few pips in drawdown, but again, it's rejecting the entry point here, but we need a strong push here to close off the 5-minute candle. Ooh. Let's see. Now the next 5-minute candle, if it continues pushing down, that's going to be a nice area. And here comes USD CAD. And here is GJ's new 5-minute candle. Again, this is the only active setup right here. Could make that push down to close off the 15-minute candle here. Again, it could go all the way down to the 15-minute EMA here. It can certainly go down all the way there. Just need a strong push. Here comes USD CAD here. Again, I'm not starting with USD CADs, guys, so I'm going to stick with GJ here. And look at that push, guys. Nice push. Clean setup so far. And need another strong push here. So if it crosses that, guys, I'm going to adjust myself to break even for GJ. But I believe it can come down to the 50-minute. It can even come down to the 30-minute EMA before the next 5-minute candle closes, which will also be the 15-minute candle, current 15-minute candle to close. It's nearly to our EMA here. And again, did anybody enter this setup with me, guys? Anybody in the chat? Barely 2 pips in drawdown, guys. And we tapped the EMA, just looking for a slight cross here. Nice, nice, guys. Nice. Again, the time does come right away, guys. As soon as the trade is active, you gotta have active trade management, right? We're looking at what? How many pips in profit here? We're looking at almost 9-10 pips in profit right now. Nice. So many of you guys got in. Excellent. It was a clean push, guys. That's why I had to re-enter these sell stops. It was too clean to not enter. Again, on the 1 hour, you can see what a clean push down here. And it can certainly go all the way down here. But I'm looking for just a cross of that 5-minute EMA. I don't want to risk, having GJ come right back up, right? 10 pips in profit now. It's about 8 pips in profit now. All right, see you. Take care. Hopefully see you back tomorrow. And hopefully GJ gives us that push below here. Certainly think it can come down to the 15-minute EMA, right? We got 3 minutes left to close off the 15-minute candle. Nice strong bearish push. Really feel like it can break below that, right? So it's going to slightly reject the 5-minute EMA slightly. It is an EMA tap, but certainly can make the push down now because we have a higher time frame candle closure coming up. The 4-hour candle, 2-hour candle, 1-hour candle, 30-minute candle, all closing up in the next 17 minutes. And here comes a strong push, guys. Over 10 pips in profit now, guys. 10 pips clean candle, barely 2 pips in drawdown. I think we're gonna get the full move at least to the 15-minute EMA before the next 2 minutes, and then that would be the 15-minute candle closure. I do believe we can get that push down here, but again, it is gonna slightly look at that push. Look at that, guys. Okay, guys, stops at break even for me. I'm not gonna risk this setup, or allow the setup to come to back to stop loss here or break even. Sorry. Or in drawdown, sorry, I should say. But nonetheless, we got less than 2 minutes left here. And again, I'm looking for GJ to push down to get to the 15-minute EMA. It's a strong candle here. Strong. Look at that bearish push here, guys. All anticipated, all patiently waited for. And we got that. Now we got about how many pips in profit here? We had a maximum of 12 pips in profit. That was half the target here. Again, I'm waiting for the next 5-minute close, or it's the next 5-minute candle, to push the setup further down here. Right, so it's a risk-free setup now. Again, you guys are welcome to take some profits, some partials. It's up to you guys. But active trade management is really the key here to escape the setup, right? Profitable, right? Or at least to a degree not, let it go back and draw down. So I certainly set my stops at break even and looking for the continued push down to at least tap the 15-minute and potentially the 30-minute EMA. Of course, if it taps the 30-minute EMA, this trade is a, is a wrap. Took 50% off at around 6 pips. Rest break even. Excellent, right? Love to hear active trade management and making critical decisions to secure some profits, right? All right. There's no top wick on the current candle, but again, I could anticipate GJ to push down further. Again, it's a higher time frame candle closure, right? So we could get another bearish push here, and it could come all the way down to the 30-minute EMA here, right? Even the 1 hour can close strong here and push all the way down with a bearish close to the current candle and potentially the 30-minute and 1 hour candle as well, right? We could have a bearish ending here and then the reversal here as well. So, but again, patiently waited here. If we're too close to the end of the hour here, I may take some profits if it does give me that. But I'm definitely going to see how this 5-minute candle pushes. If it does not and rejects it, I may put my stops in profit. So there's there's no going back all the way, but I do need some breathing room, beyond the 5-minute EMA. So that's why I didn't adjust my stops into profit yet. I was looking for the break below that EMA. It is slightly rejecting that, but again, I do see that GJ can push down past that, at least with the 15-minute EMA here, right? We could get a good bearish close here, but again, you never know. There was a non-wick candle above here with no top wick up here. Will it come back? There is a larger time frame range up here. Will it come back? Or does it just slightly retrace at the 5-minute EMA and then push back down, right? So let's see. We do have another 5-minute close, so that's where I was considering now waiting to see how the next 5-minute candle closes for me to decide. But again, that's if the trade still survives, right? So the stops are at break even. I got to see how the trade survives here for me to take action at that time, right? So let's see. Does it continue pushing down? You could see now on the 15-minute and 30-minute, it's all a wick down to this side. But nonetheless, there is an EMA and it could come down to tap that. And again, that's why I held on and continue to hold here. We've got 2 minutes left for another 5-minute close. Again, anticipating that it pushes down here, but again, you never know with GJ, right? There is a non-wick candle above here, which will, if the price does come up there, it's going to stop us out. At least for me personally, because I have stops at break even. Let's see. All right, just under 2 minutes left. And if it does reject it, we get that clean push down. If we do not, look at that. Continues to jump up and down here. So I think it's going to go right down to the wire now. There's a minute left here. So just seconds left now to close off the 5-minute candle. Now, if this continues to push up, we're going to get stopped out at break even. If it reverses here, we can definitely see the 15 and 30-minute candle tapped. All right, but I'm not going to allow this trade to go in drawdown. So that's why I had to put my stops at break even. I always, mentioned to you guys, if it breaks below, at least even if it's a wick, I can consider, or I will consider putting the stops at break even, which I did. And now we're just waiting for the close of the next 5-minute candle. Now let's see. Do we get a bearish or bullish close here? Or do we get a, slight bullish close, or it's going to be bearish close here below the EMA? Let's see. All right, no, Closed pretty strong bullish here. But here is the 5-minute candle here. Now, does this flip to the downside or does this continue up? Okay, nice bearish push here. Again, the 15-minute EMA is not too far, right? It can definitely get there. And I can even definitely see the 30-minute EMA being tapped. But the 5-minute EMA is really being respected right now. As we enter a new 5-minute candle. But let's see. Right, a lot of EMA is stuck within this range, right? So have to understand that it can definitely retrace within the range, and that's why it may not be as a clean candle, right? Even the 15-minute EMA is in the way before our full end target here. But if I was just trading to the 5-minute EMA, it would have been too small of a range, right? Less than 10 pips here. So ideally here, if GJ can break below here, I mean, this is the third or fourth tap now for the EMA. If GJ can break below here and push down here to the 15-minute EMA, I can see the setup hitting our TP here, right? But this current candle now it's very critical, the current 5-minute candle, to see if it can continue bearish here. Looking at USD CAD here as well. So USD CAD here now moving bullish here, but it's a weak bullish right now. And GJ here, again, respecting the 5-minute EMA here. So we would need a strong bullish push past the EMA, break below the previous low here, right? So push past the EMA, break below here, and the next step would be the 15-minute EMA right there. Again, the current candle is looking bearish here and can get a bearish push, but we still have 3 minutes to go, right? Does it reverse here or does it continue down? Just pulled out the fib. It's literally rejecting the 0.5. Yeah, so fib can definitely be in play. I mean, fibs are good to use as well. But personally for me, as you guys have seen, I don't need it. Sometimes it can be overused, but sometimes you can apply it as an extra confluence, but necessarily for this strategy you don't need it. But again, nonetheless, it can show that it's rejecting it. We can also see that there's a 5-minute EMA in play as well. So let's see, does it reject it or does it push below, right? So we're gonna have to see now. We got 2 minutes left. Again, still looking at the 15-minute EMA. The full push down has not occurred. The 15-minute EMA can be tapped here. Let's see. Do we get that push down or do we not? Again, this current 5-minute candle is important here to see how it closes, because the previous closed bullish, and wow, look at that. It's pushing bullish here. Still 2 minutes to go, but we could see it come right back up. Let's see. Look at that. Strong bullish push, but does it reject and come right back down? Or is it consolidating in this zone here? We'll have to see. There's about 5, 6, 7 pip zone here. On the other hand, USD CAD, very slow moving now. And here's GJ. So less than a minute left now. So I guess this trade is still active here. As again, I thought maybe with the strong bullish push, we may get stopped out here at break even. But again, that still can happen. But the current candle, I don't think will stop us out. In fact, it could close bearish here, right? We're seconds away from a new 5-minute candle opening, which is going to be the last 5-minute candle before the 4-hour, 2-hour, 1-hour, 30-minute, and so on. As there will be new candles all over, right? From 4-hour all the way down. Okay, here is the new 5-minute candle. And again, the previous one did close bullish as well, but not a strong bullish. But here comes a strong bullish push. Again, does GJ resist, stay in this zone here, or does it move all the way up? Oh, wow. Look at that strong bullish push. Still has not stopped us out here. Again, does it reject here? Does it reject here? Let's see. So now, again, I'm looking for this setup, possibly holding on into the new 4-hour candle here, but I think it may just stop us out here. Let's see. Let's see here. If it does not, it's going to push all the way bearish here. But strong bullish candle here. USD CAD now, it's moving down here towards the 30-minute EMA. And here comes GJ. So not too far from our stops here. What, 3 pips from being stopped out of break even? Let's see. If it returns bearish here, it could be a strong bearish push. Let's see. Okay, here it comes. Let's see. We got 4 minutes left now. Again, if it does come down to tap the EMA, it will be the 4th and 5th, or I think 5th tap now. And with the 4th consecutive 5-minute candle. And, you know, with that type of, pressure on the EMA here, it's a smaller time frame EMA. It can certainly push past it this time, right? Since we got decent amount of, stops, rejections at the EMA. This one could be strong and close strong, bearish here to the 15-minute EMA. And again, this whole candle can close strong bearish here before the 4-hour candle closes. So we can get a strong move here, bearish, to close off the 4-hour candle here. But again, GJ continues to move up here. Look at that strong bullish push. Wow. Still not stopped out. Here comes the USD CAD here, going towards the 30-minute EMA, now potentially the 1 hour here. A strong close on the 4-hour here, right? So do we see it reverse here? We're gonna have to wait and see. But I'm still in GJ, guys. I'm still going to hold on to GJ here. Again, if it lasts. Too choppy, close full. Yeah, so I'm even considering now if GJ here, if GJ kind of pushes down past here, I'm going to consider putting my stops in profit here, right? But that's if it comes back around, because again, not pushing, fully bearish here, continues to just, not even sure what it's doing now, but let's see. Does it close bearish? Does it close bullish? We got less than a minute left now. So I didn't think that this trade would last up to the 4-hour candle closure here. But it seems that it may, because I thought either it's going to hit TP or either it's going to hit our stops at break even. But nonetheless, it's still ranging here in profit. And the current candle may close bearish here, the current 5-minute candle. And this trade is still going on. So I'm going to hold on into the new 4-hour candle here, guys. I'm still holding on. And let's see what happens here. Here's USD CAD. Now it did tap the 30-minute EMA. Now potentially the 1 hour here. And yeah, let's see what goes on with GJ here. So still in profit here. I mean, I don't know how many pips in profit here. 6 pips in profit here? Let's see. So if it does come back and pull down here, guys, I'm going to put my stops in profit here, just because I don't like the, how strong the EMA is looking, the 5-minute EMA. Okay, here is a new 5-minute, 4-hour candle. 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, 15, 30, and 5-minute here. Let's see. Do we get a good strong bearish push here, or does it come back to stops, for stops at break even? Let's see. And here's USD CAD. And here's GJ now. And yeah, too many EMAs within this range, guys. I think that's what's really slowed us down. I mean, this 5-minute EMA really held strong. Let's see. Can we get a bearish push? Now, if this current candle continues bearish here, I think it can break through that EMA, the 5-minute EMA, because of the new 4-hour candle pressure. And we got some pickup of volume here. But again, it can also go opposite and stop us out as well. But yeah, it's being very choppy here. It can certainly come down and tap the EMA one more time. If it does, I think it can cross that EMA. Nonetheless, if it does come down to the EMA and slightly crosses that, I'm going to put stop loss in profit. So if it does come back around, I'll still gain some profit here, right? In this setup. USD CAD here. Yeah, it does not look like GJ just wants to survive this setup. It just continues to ride up and then down here. If it does move down, it's going to be I think a strong bearish candle here. But does it have enough to continue down? That's the thing. Right, the 5-minute EMA is definitely held up strong here, but again, one more push down, I think it can break that low. All right, no, here it comes. So it may come and tap us out here. Nearly. Yep, it's nearly there now. Yep, there you go. Okay, yeah, tapped us out. Or tapped me out at least, so broke even. Did not give us that pressure. And this is the reason why I held that stops break even, because it could kind of continue up, especially with the new 4-hour candle. Now it can continue up strong, unless it just reversed on us right now. Let me see USD CAD now. So USD CAD is going for the 1-hour EMA for potential reversal. So could I see? Okay, here's GJ again. So again, will I consider the sells again? I need a good strong move above. I'll definitely be looking for that wick fill here if I'm going to consider this again. Let's see. But congrats again to anybody that did take some profit. We barely went 2 or 3 pips in drawdown here, right? So that was a nice thing here. Again, I could move this. And I could adjust here for the smaller setup here in play. So I would need actually GJ to push all the way above here. But again, if it does come up here, it can certainly tap up here. Yeah, so gonna look for something, at the top here. for GJ, but if it continues to drag on, guys, I think I may call it a stream. It just moves fast and very slow, and again, still looking for something clean on this end. It is a Monday, and you know, we had as much as what, 12 pips in profit, which is around half the target. Let's see. So again, USD CAD could be pursuing the full push down here. Again, the anticipated sells were up here. Did not take it because it didn't give us a strong push above. But wow, what a clean respect of the range, however, at the same time. Right, 25 pips and going. And here is GJ can come up here and respect this top end of the range, right? And let's just take a look here. Yeah, so the 15-minute and 30-minute are right below there, so let's see. Alright, so here's USD CAD now. Will it reject the 1 hour EMA in reverse? I'm gonna have to wait and see. But again, I don't feel too strongly about USD CAD. Although it's a good level of support here. So the 1 hour can give us that. And the 1 hour is right below, so I could see that it could reverse here. Where's the 2 hour here? 2 hours pretty low here, so I could consider the reversals here once it taps the 1 hour EMA. So I'll look for the larger setup here, the sell stops potentially, but I'm gonna remove them for now, guys, and I'm gonna look for the buys here for USD CAD. Buy stops. So we're gonna look for the tap of the 1 hour here. And for GJ, I can anticipate that's going to come above, push all the way above here. So that's another what? Break above here, another what? 20, 30 pips. Meanwhile, USD CAD can complete these 25, 30 pips as well. So we took a look at some of the fundamental events. Anything today? Don't see anything much of anything today. So that's okay. USD CAD again, I'm going to look for buy stops here. 137, 100 is clean. So I think 26 pips is good. So this will be a 2 TP setup. And 13 pips down. So we're going to wait for USD CAD to tap the 1 hour, break below here, and then set the buy stops. So for when price comes back, we can move up here. All right, so I need USD CAD to at least move down another 4 to 5 pips. Yeah, 4.5 pips, you could say. Looking at 1.37, 100. and 2 TPs here. It's 13 pip TP for TP1, and then TP2 will be 26 pips. 137 230. So right there. And set one right there. Okay, so USD CAD is not active, guys. I'm waiting for it to push below so I can consider setting the buy stops, right? And tapping the 1 hour EMA down here. So gonna wait for the tap. If it does not tap, then this is not, again, this is not a valid setup for me, just because the EMA is too close to the bottom end of the range. And GJ, I can expect it to come all the way up here from where it's at right now. So this will be at 137,100 with the 13 pip stop loss at 36970, and TP1 at 1.37230, 13 pips, and then another 13 pips would be at 137,360 for USD CAD. All right, so we have that aligned, waiting for the setup to be formed. All right, so it seems like USD CAD may make its way down. Again, it could certainly push all the way down here as well, right? But that's why I'm going to have enough breathing room between the 1 hour EMA tap and our entry, potential into what, 3-4 pips? Yeah, we're on 4 pips away. So if it does push down, it can go down to the 2 hour EMA, but if it reverses here, it can certainly come right back up. So let's see GJ, and again, GJ, I'll look at the price reaching here at least, and then maybe breaking above here before I look at sell stop somewhere along the lines of right here or here, depending. So there's two setups. The larger setup here in play, which is right here, and the smaller range in play as well, right? So I could be, on a swing setup on this one with a scalp setup here. But again, I'll talk more about that in the mentorship, guys. This is just for YouTube, for scalping setup for YouTube streams. But the larger setups and everything, I'll be talking more about those setups, the swing setups, during the mentorship. When that opens up, and I can talk about which ones I'm looking at, even off stream hours, Asian session or a New York session, and so forth. Okay, so again, USD CAD, it continues to move up here. It is about to tap the 15-minute EMA. Again, I can still see that it can push down here to the 1 hour EMA and tap the 50-minute EMA in the reverse, come down, create another wick, and that once it reverses here, I can see it come right back up. But that's just one bias here that I can see, USD CAD, getting to. So tapping the 15-minute EMA and then reversing, tapping the 1 hour, reversing, and coming right back up. That's one. On the other hand, GJ. Okay, so GJ now is coming down here. So if GJ continues to push down here, I could see taking the buys on GJ here. Let's see. But guys, if it's again slow moving, I'm gonna take a look at the next 15 minutes or so. I don't want to drag the stream too long today. Again, I have a lot of work with the course launch and the mentorship launch, right? Um, so I do have to, get back to that work as well. But let's see. All right, here is USD CAD. So tap the 15-minute EMA. I mean, nearly, and now maybe making that, push that attempt. On the other hand, this is GJ. Alrighty. Okay, so again, looking for GJ to push above here. Once it reaches the top end of this potential range, it could also reach the top end of a larger range here. USD CAD now is making that push now. So let's see, can we get this set up? It's making that, strong push to the 1 hour EMA. Let's see. It's a new 50-minute candle here. 2 minutes in. All right, let's see. Okay, making that push. So is GD now making a push to the upside here. Let me see how large this range is. So at 30, okay, so it's a strong range here. But again, that top end of the range here is it's kind of like having to see now, does it come back or does it continue to push above here? So we could also take the swing sells here, and then price can reach above this top end of the range here as well. So a lot of things to consider once DJ comes up to the top end of the small range, and then I wouldn't be trading right away. I mean, I would let it, kind of settle in, but there's only 6 pips away, or what is it? Yeah, less than 7-8 pips away to get to the top end. So we're gonna have to see this one. But here is GJ now, so USD CAD now making that push. It's a strong bearish push here. Again, we can also anticipate that this is going to continue all the way down, as this is respecting the range, right? So we missed the sell stops here because it did not push at least 4 or 5 pips more. Otherwise, we would have caught this whole move, right? So it did not fit my game plan, and therefore I avoided the sell stops, right? I mean, I didn't avoid. I just removed the sell stops from, the typed out buy stops or sell stops here, but could not enter because it did not give us the full push above that higher time frame range. All right, here is the 1 hour EMA down here. Three and a half pips away. And making that attempt here. But again, since the new 4 hour candle opened up, it's been moving relatively very slow, right? And again, I don't want the stream to drag too long here, that it drags us all the way to New York session. Certainly is going to get us to pre-New York if the price continues to drag as it is. Now USD CAD is making an attempt now to the downside. And again, I think the buy stops are comfortable here. So once it does tap the 1 hour EMA, if it does indeed, I'm going to be entering the buy stops here. Let's see. Yeah, this is waiting for USD CAD to push down here. Let's see, and GJ is pushing up. But need a stronger push from USD CAD here. Right there. Alrighty. No, so again, has to meet the game plan. I needed to tap the 1 hour EMA before I consider entering the buy stops on USD CAD. And for GJ, I'm going to look for, price to reach above here and here before I consider these sell stops. All right, so I'll just rewrite it here. GJ sell stops if it reaches a larger range. So I'll leave that, before I leave the stream here. GJ sell stops at 182,700. But again, I need a large breathing room, right? And that sell stop can go all the way. Let me show you guys. Can go all the way down. All the way down here. Well, you can see that this large range in play for GJ, it can push all the way down here, right? So let's see. It's making a bearish run right now, but how strong is the bearish run, right? But I'll consider these sell stops for a larger swing setup. Once it breaks above that larger end of the range here, right? So currently we're looking at a smaller setup here. If it does come down here, we could see it tap the 5-minute, the 15-minute, and the 30-minute EMA down there. 1 hour is right there as well, but let's see nonetheless. If not, it's going to continue up. And USD CAD, on the other hand, very close to tapping the 1 hour EMA. It's just a few pips away. Once it taps the EMA, I'm going to set up the buy stops here, right? So this is, everything is already in line here. I just have to press, enter, but needed to tap the 1 hour here, right? Cannot enter too early. You have to follow your rules strictly. And yeah. And guys, as far as the MacBook giveaway, I had a lot of you guys asking about when it will be and how soon and what we have to do. I'm gonna give you guys the instructions this week. It's just that I've been talking to a few prop firms, so I would consider all 3 prop firms to be the top 10 biggest prop firms right now in the retail trading, Forex trading scene. And so I'm partnering with them in a way where, again, it's not finalized. Again, we both have to agree, both parties, but I want to align with them in terms of just having a one-off, collaboration in which they offer a 50K or 100K account for free, and I give away the MacBook for free, right? So it's going to be a one-off giveaway. You'll have to follow us on each platform and so forth. And I may have, their discount code on my screen here, just because that's what they would like in return for the collaboration. So I'll be announcing that giveaway very soon, guys. It's gonna be a MacBook giveaway. I did mention that I used to do a lot of management, and I bought a lot of MacBooks and so forth. So I'm gonna be giving away a lot of those MacBooks, month by month, hopefully, um, and hopefully the first one goes really successful with a lot of a lot of you guys participating in there, and we'll be announcing the winner on the live stream, right, through a random name picker. Uh, Let me see if I can show you guys the website, right? Because again, I do want it to be, um, random. Don't want it, to seem that I just pick somebody I know, or something along the lines of that. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen with a lot of these contests or giveaways, and somehow nobody knows who it is, and somebody that gets it usually, we never really get to find out, right? Especially if it's a large giveaway. So um, let me see if I can show you guys. Or what I'll do, guys, I'll save it for tomorrow's stream. If the setup doesn't form here, I'm gonna probably exit the stream. But I've shown you guys what I have here. But nonetheless, yeah, the MacBook giveaway, guys, I'm gonna be announcing later this week. It's just that we have a few prop firms that we are in discussion with, and again, I do want to align with the right prop firm. It's not gonna be just it's not going to be a referral type of partnership where I have to or where I give you guys a referral code and so forth. I don't want that type of partnership right now, because again, I don't want to be responsible for anybody purchasing an account and not getting a payout and so forth, just because again, if they don't align with what I believe in, and I have no control over their back end. If there's any issue that arises and you guys have purchased a challenge with the prop firm using my discount code, and I have no control of the back end, then I don't want it to be in that. I don't want to be put myself in that position. So it'll be a one-off giveaway. I just have to have the prop firms agree, any one of them, and then I can announce which prop firm it is, and you'll see kind of their banner, their logo, on my screen here. But again, we're still in the finalizing steps. Hopefully, in the next couple of days we can, and then we're gonna drop a a design for the giveaway, and then also a YouTube short, just kind of for promotion of the giveaway, with all the instructions given, right? And again, winner will be announced on this live stream, or on the live stream here, and then we'll be sending out the MacBook and so forth, right? But let's see how the prop firms kind of agree for the collaboration, and if they do, that's wonderful. I'll be in partner, or at least in partner for the collaboration with them. But again, if they don't, then I will be doing the giveaway on my own then, right? So let's see. Again, USD CAD was very close to tap the 1 hour EMA, but it did not. So that's why I'm still not going to enter yet, right? Enter the buy stops for USD CAD. So let's just wait and see. There's a 30-minute close coming as well in the next minute. All right, guys. So still waiting for USD CAD to tap the tap the 1 hour EMA here, and still has not. And for GJ again, you can expect this move, guys, for GJ, unless it makes a big push down here. We can expect this move up here and potentially to the top end of the range here as well, right? So we're going to have to see now whether we get that full move up there for me to consider these larger sell stops here and taking partials along the way. If GJ does come back down here, we could see that it could tap the 15 and 30 minute EMA down here, which again was our original setup here that, you know, did break even. And you can see on the 1 hour now as well, the 4 hour here as well, that I'm just looking at if I can consider another setup here with this push here. Let's see. And the 1 hour is down there as well. Yeah. Okay. Again, USD CAD did not activate for me. Sorry, not activated. I did not enter it because it did not tap the 1 hour EMA. But GJ, I can consider this sell stop one more time. Okay, we have another 5-minute candle coming. Could I consider that one more time here? To the bottom end here. 22 pips. Okay, guys, I may take another shot at this. Let's see where the price is at right now. 5 pips above. Okay, so let's see. So GJ sell stops here at, what would this be right here? 182. 320. 182, 320. And let's see here. Nope. So 22 pips, which is to the 1 hour EMA. And 22 pips, guys. So I'm going to take this, guys. 22 pips, both sides. 182, 320. Which is right here. $182, $320. Okay, guys. So this is an active setup where I'm waiting for it to be. So I've entered these, but I'm waiting for it to be activated. And USD CAD again did not tap the 1 hour EMA, so I'm not going to be in that. Here comes GJ, guys. This is an active setup here that I've entered 320. It's about to activate here. Ooh, very close. Very close. 2 pips away. Here comes again the push. About to activate here. Just 2 pips away. There is a 5-minute EMA right there. All right. One more push here and we get in. Again, because it came down back to tap the EMA, I mentioned to you guys that if it does come back, it may be a strong push to continue to move down here. So here it comes again. And looking for the full move down to the 1 hour EMA for GJ. What you can see now is a lot of rejections here. A lot of wicks here. Again, the 5-minute can't hold up too strong now. Especially when we have other EMAs down below. Let's see. So waiting to be tapped. It nearly came 1.3 pips away. All right, let's see. All right, here it comes again. The 5-minute EMA is really holding up strong here. Let's move this here, 320. All right, let's see. All right, the move is still not tapping our entry here. It's still rejecting the EMA, which is okay. Again, I don't think the EMA can hold up that strong for that many taps here, especially with the new, hour candle, 4-hour candle, and so forth. So we can see a lot of rejections here, but let's see. Can they push stronger here? So I did not want to, move it up here because, the EMA tap was there. So made sure that it was down to at 182.320. So we have enough, room here as well before, if it, let's just say, rejects the EMA and continues up, we're not tapped in here, right? And if you guys have been attending stream, you guys know how important low spread is, or to have low spread, so you guys don't get tapped in early on these buy stops or sell stops. Again, USD CAD is still not an active setup for me. I'm still waiting. We'll be looking for this even after the stream if it doesn't, get there before the stream ends. But nonetheless, GJ is the only setup I'm looking at right now, which is, again, entered, waiting to be activated, right? If it pushes down past the EMA, we will be, or at least a close below the EMA, a strong close here, this trade will be activated. Let's see. No top wick on the current 5-minute candle. Let's see. All right, created that wick. Now, does it continue to push down here? All right. Seems like it may have rejected the EMA, but again, could reverse here for the 15-minute close. And let's see. Does it reject? Or does it come right back down? Let's see. And here USD CAD seems to be rejecting the EMA here. And GJ likewise may be pushing down here. Let's see. So got 4 minutes left. Alrighty. We're going to get a good bearish close on the 50-minute candle here, right? So if this 50-minute candle can, break below the EMA and push down past this level, right? Tap us in and past this level, the next target would be the 50-minute EMA. Then you get the 30-minute and then the 1 hour here, right? So it could be a clean push, but we need a good bearish close here with the engulfing end right at the bottom here, which again, we could see, but we need a strong push in the last 3 minutes of the 15-minute candle, right? So you're looking at the 15-minute candle here. It does have a bearish engulfing end, but we need a stronger bearish push to end off the 15-minute candle here. If we get that, we're going to be tapped in and it's going to push all the way down here, right? That's the idea here, but let's see. Does it get to that? Okay, I have a question, if that's okay. Tomorrow, for example, and the session is filled with plenty of red folder news every 30 minutes. How do you incorporate this in the strategy? Yeah, let's take a look after this 50-minute candle. I'll explain that to you, but I think we may be tapped in here with the setup. Let's see. Okay, USD CAD is still moving up here, but again, this trade did not activate for me, or I did not enter because looking for the 1 hour EMA tap down there, it did get very close. Unfortunately, it did not tap, and I could not execute that. Right, I could not enter that here. GJ now got less than 2 minutes left, hoping for a strong bullish push down, past the 5-minute EMA. Right, so that's what would give me more certainty that it can certainly push down past that. But if it continues to respect the 5-minute EMA, right? I mean, how many taps here it rejected here and it did not give us that full push for us to, potentially get some profit, larger profit in the initial GJ setup. So we broke even since it came right back up, and now taking another sell stop here. And we got less than a minute left, and it seems that the 50-minute candle, let's see, does it push down here? It was only about 3 pips to go. So it may just close where it's at right now, unless it makes a significant push down in the last 30 seconds here. All right, does it push down? It doesn't mean the next 50-minute candle can't push it down, but I mean, I would have liked for this current candle to push down strong here. I mean, it's right where the 5-minute EMA is, right there. Oh, wow, look at that strong push. One more push, and we're going to be tapped in here, guys. One more push. And look at that close here. That's what I was looking for. Look at that 50-minute candle now. Right? Strong push, and it can continue down. Okay, here's a 50-minute candle. Nice push. All right, guys, I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in on the setup. No top wick on the current candle, however. But we could get a full push here. Let's see. Nice push. Look at that. Need a complete push down here. I'm looking at USD CAD as well, but could get a strong push all the way down here. No top wick on the current candle, but look at that strong push. If we get to tap the 50-minute EMA and push slightly below it, I'm gonna put my stops at break even. Again, I'm gonna secure my stop loss to break even, just because I don't want it to come back and draw down because there's no top wick. It could be ranging in this area as well, but I believe now this time, because it did close below the 5-minute EMA, we could see a strong push, even though there's no top wick, right? But it could be a nice strong push. Look at that, guys. Anybody get in this GJ setup with me, guys, for the second time? Anybody in the GJ setup? We had an ample amount of time to get in this setup. I'm not sure if anybody got in. Oh, you got tapped in. Nice. Nice. Okay, nice. Look at that, guys. Look at that clean push, guys. We got two clean setups. I'm just looking for the tap here of the 50-minute EMA so I can push down past it. And nice. Look at that. All right, guys. I'm going to put my stops at break even. And I think this can go straight down, guys, to the 30-minute. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at this. No drawdown on this setup. Last time we went, 12.5 pips out of 25 pips. And now we are about 10 pips. Let's go. Come on, we get one more push here. One more push. Nice. Took 50% off at 10 pips. Rest to break even. Nice. Seems like you've been really cashing in today. So excellent. Right? And again, guys, it's all about the trade management here, guys. Even myself, and I'm going to consider something because there's no, there's no top wick on the current candle. At the same time, it's rejecting the 15-minute EMA here. So what I'm going to do here, guys, we have another 5-minute close. Can we get a strong push here? Okay, USD CAD here. So USD CAD can reject here. But I think the candle is so clean. I would like to hold this. Yeah, maybe playing a little too safe, but don't want to get back to the market. Exactly. Also because it can go back to the entry. Exactly. Excellent. I love that, right? So again, you're taking profit and you're adjusting your stop, so risk free for you. And nonetheless, you still have some running as you close only 50%. So nonetheless, it's okay, right? Out of those two setups now, some of us broke even, right? So you at least profit on the first one, profit on the second one. And nonetheless, it's perfectly fine. Look at that, guys. Look at that push. 0 pips in drawdown. We're definitely going to get the 30-minute EMA now. Look at that, guys. And the 1 hour is clean too. Look at that, guys. This is what you call beauty now. Look at the 1 hour. It can definitely come back. Or definitely can come down to the 30-minute nearly there. And the 1 hour can definitely get tapped here as well, guys. We have a 1 hour close coming in less than 11 minutes. But now, guys, I'm definitely going to be closing 5 pips. Sorry, I'm going to put my stops at 5 pips in profit now, guys. Right, so let me just make sure here. So 182.270. Right, so I have 5 pips at least in this setup, 5 out of 22. Let's see. Do we get to tap the 30-minute and the 1 hour here? 1 hour looks pretty clean, guys. Look all the way down. You can certainly reach there. Close 1 of 3. Excellent. Let's get that push. Let's get that continuation here. Ooh, strong push above. Again, there's the non-wick above as well. And the 15-minute EMA tap as well, right? So nonetheless, no bottom wick on the current 5-minute candle. It can certainly push back down, but not going to risk it. So I put my stops in profit. And let's see, does it get to the 30-minute here or no? Let's see. I mean, how many pips in profit is this right now? It's about, what, 12 pips out of 22. It is a new 5-minute candle. Can we get it pushed down here? Certainly think it can come to the 30-minute EMA at least, right? It nearly got there. Look at that push, guys. Look at that. Nice push. And now we can anticipate that because the hour is closing, it can come down, tap the EMA, push past it, and then reject right back into the range for a potential reversal. Right, look at that. Tap the 30-minute, guys. And look at that clean candle. No drawdown at all whatsoever. In the previous setup, there was a 2-pip, 3-pip drawdown. No drawdown whatsoever. Patiently waited for this one. Really wanted this setup to execute, as we had to void a lot of setups here. But look at that, guys. Clean push. Straight drive down. And cross the 30-minute EMA. No wick on the current candle, but because of the pressure, knew that this is clean. Look at that, guys. All done here. Done. Look at that, guys. All clean and perfectly done. And it's all closed, guys. This setup is done. Zero pips in drawdown. And close full. Got the 1%. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the original one. But we safely played that one. Some of you guys got it. Some of you guys didn't. And this one, I anticipate that everybody would have got it because it did not come back to break even, right? 0 pips in drawdown. Excellent, guys. Really well done there. Even, the execution of, the trade management, active trade management, but the setup was clean as we can, see it. So, I mean, recently we've been getting a lot of setups that have been going 0 or minimal pips in drawdown, right? That's what you call a sniper. But the goal is that you have to be very patient, disciplined. Almost 3 hours in, we had to take the setup, right? After we got our original GJ setup, which again did not give us a full push, dragged it a bit above here. But you can see how we safely avoided this whole mess right here to completely get this bottom end here. And again, even though it did not tap the 1 hour EMA down here, we still got the full push because we closed within that range, right? We didn't drag the TP a little bit further down, although I could have made it 24, 25 pips, but nonetheless, it doesn't mean it's not going to get there. It certainly will get there, but this setup is done. Again, USD CAD, unfortunately, we couldn't get that. Look how close that was, guys. I mean, just to give you guys an idea, everything, all the setups that I mentioned today were clean, right? The original sell here, it did not move 4 or 5 pips above, right? The USD sells here. We need about 4 or 5 pips above before I can set the sell stops, which we had in plans. And just didn't get that move, right? So because, again, I'm going to be strict with my rules. If I didn't get that, they didn't do it. But look, it still respected the range. Went down 27 pips, right? And then the buys, look at the buys. It nearly tapped the 1 hour EMA, but did not get to. Again, I stayed focused with my game plan here and avoided that, but you can see it still respected the range that was drawn out. So that's the key here. The range is still being respected. If it doesn't follow your rule to the exact T, for me personally, I'm very strict with that. If you guys have been on the streams, you guys would know that. But the range is still being respected regardless, right? So the range ideology, the range strategy still is applied no matter what. But it's just the system, right? The game plan in terms of how I'm going to take the entries and exits, because I want even a higher percentage of safety, right? So for me, I'm going to take it to the next level where I get even more safety to the setup. So it's such a safe setup to trade, right? Like GJ, I made sure, and look at the move, guys. So USD CAD also seemed really clean. Exactly, yeah. So as explained, clean setups both ways, but again, you have to have and define some rules, right? Which again, the strategies that I have here has, been defined in terms of the rules. It didn't follow that completely. I mean, look at the tap, was so close. If that again did hit, this setup would have been 17 pips and now a 14, 15 pips in profit. Would have hit TP1 right there. Look at this, guys. This would have literally hit TP1, right? And even the sell here would have been a clean sell as well, almost 27 pips down, right? So all respecting the range. Now we could expect USD CAD now you can see USD CAD can move above and give us that 4 or 5 can move up and give us that 4 or 5 pips above, which I was anticipating for the original drop. Now it can give us that, and then the sells would still be something I'll consider, right? So this can move all the way back up. And I'm going to remove this, guys. So what I'll leave you guys with is the sell stops for USD CAD. On the other hand, GJ will be for buys. So the reversal for the buys here. So you can see how clean the range is respecting here. And you can even move it above here if you like. And you can adjust this down here as well. But you can see how everything's moving so clean, and it's just about your control and discipline and patience to get to a certain target, right? Again, the reason why the mentorship is going to be applied here, guys, is because, it's going to take for once you guys get used to the strategy in its full entirety, you guys will need some time to understand which ranges apply and when to better execute the setup, right? So that's where I bring my experience in. And you guys can see why that experience matters initially, right? Over time, once you guys understand that over months and months, then you guys will be able to do this yourselves as well. And that's why the length of the mentorship, I think I mentioned to you guys multiple times, is going to be up to 8 to 10 months. At that point, I think it'll be very manageable for you guys to trade on your own. But catching the ranges, which ranges apply, which ranges are valid to trade, how to key in your entry and exits, and in terms of sell stops and buy stops, and how to manage your trade effectively and so forth with the EMAs in place. So all these things matter, right? And that's what forms the strategy and the system. And overall, you'll see your trading level up. No top wicks on GJ, expecting to move to the top upside of the range. Exactly, yes. But again, we have an EMA tab below here, right? So we can certainly see, and there's an hour close coming, right? It's less than 2 minutes left for another hour candle to close. So we could anticipate that the hour can come down, right back down, tap this EMA, set some safe buy stops here, right, for the push above. Likewise with USD CAD, we could see with the hour closing now that it pushes above with the new hour candle, it pushes above that target area, and the sell stops here. So two nice setups coming for both pairs. Unfortunately, I won't be there for the stream, although I love to, but I definitely need to get to the website and mentorship launch and so forth. So for that reason, I won't be able to, but nonetheless, giving you guys these freebies on the stream so you guys don't miss out on these setups here, right? So let me adjust this. So again, this is what I'll be considering. 137.340 or 137.330. Let's do 330. 137.330. Okay, so I'll be looking for this once USD CAD at least pushes above. This is a new hour candle now. So once it pushes above this area right here to fill up this, not fill up, but to reach this previous high here last week. And at that point, I'll consider the 330 here, 137.330. Sells from there, right? And at least to respect this range right here. So 1 to 1. You can see how fast I caught this setup early on. That's why I drew this bottom end here. And again, that's also part of just, watching the charts over and over again, and understanding the system in its entirety. And at that point, you'll be able to realize the setups even before time. But again, I don't like to trade the setups too early. Early when they're in the early formation of the range, because again, that takes a lot more experience. Just after a couple touches, that's where it can be tradable, especially for someone that's learning the strategy anew. But once you guys get to that level, you guys will be able to realize the range in its initial formation, which can be tradable, right? But again, that's something that will take a long time, guys. The better bet is to make sure you increase your safety level, decrease your risk level in each setup, and over time, you guys will start getting everything, right? So now, even GJ now, again, there is a non-candle, no top wick on the previous candle here, but because we have the 1 hour EMA down here, we're gonna anticipate that it can tap down here, right? So it could tap down to the 1 hour EMA, and then I'll look for buy stops here. So everything again explained in real time, guys. This is the beauty when you can describe everything in real time, and everything's happening in real time with the range and so forth. And yeah, so 182. Can we do 100? We can. 182, 100. So buys from there. But again, because it's a new hour candle, the 1 hour EMA is below that. We do have previous wicks down here. Look at the wicks down here. So the 2 hour EMA is right there. 4 hour EMA is right there as well. But look at all the wicks down here. So I'm going to anticipate, and I wouldn't enter this setup unless we get a big push down here. Big push. Maybe 8 to 10 pips. And then consider the buys for the reversal here. Right? And potentially all the way up top here. So we'll see to that. USD CAD is moving along as well. So again, I'll wait for the price to move above here. Another 15, 16 pips. And then look at that. But guys, look, everything is moving in line exactly how I'm mentioning the commentary. Can't make this up. The markets repeat this over and over again, week after week, day after day, month after month. And I've been doing this for, 3-4 years now, the same strategy. And it's been working, giving payouts, members a lot of payouts. You guys will see if you guys follow me on Instagram and especially the website when it's launched, all the different payouts. I can't post everything obviously, but a lot of payouts, testimonials, and so forth. Can't make this up, right? Forget all the payouts and everything. Just look at the streams and see your progress and see how many times you hit TP. While we've been setting this up, and see my explanations, my commentary on how I take the setups, how I patiently wait, discipline everything in order, right? There's no setup that will form within an hour of stream. Always, it could take 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, right? And the confidence and the psychology aspect of taking trades after a loss, recovering from that, having profitable weeks over and over and over again. Can't make all this stuff up, right? You guys can see it for yourself, what value you guys are getting from this, and what's the success rate behind that as well, right? I don't know how many streamers take that many trades and are still profitable while streaming live on YouTube. You guys can do the math as well, but nonetheless, it's not really about me here. It's about the strategy. It's a working strategy. Again, it's worked over years, through the pandemic, through the wars, ongoing war, and so forth. So nothing, I would say, currently at this moment in time, the last 3-4 years now, that the strategy was not working because the markets repeat the consolidation period over and over again, and there will be exact areas where it will range perfectly. And yep, that's something that we'll see over and over again. Okay, last question here I can answer here is, what is this? Where was that question? Okay, so tomorrow, let's look at tomorrow here. So there's a question about how would I work the strategy with all these red folder events here. Okay, so typically I'll be looking at GP if I'm trading GJ, and yes, we do have a lot. So we're gonna have to plan accordingly with this one, right? So again, depending on when I enter the stream, hopefully guys, I will try it for 2 a.m. Eastern time. That's an hour before London opening. And what I'll do is I'll try to see if I can get a setup within that hour. So let's say, for example, we enter the stream at 2 a.m. Eastern time, which is again 1 hour before London opening. I'll wait for the news to take place, right? And then if we can get a setup within that hour before the the next red folder event, right? So we'll see how we can pace our setup within it. If it does, right, I always tell you guys, if there's high impact news coming, right, and again, some of these can impact GP, some of them not really, but if there is high impact news coming and it could potentially impact our pair, and we're still approaching our entry, I'll avoid it, right? I'll avoid the setup. But if we're in profit and we're in considerable profit, let's say, for example, if it's a 20 pip range and we're 16, 17 pips in, I will close out before the news, or I'll let it run and put stops in profit, right? So it depends on this, case by case. So we'll come in tomorrow and we'll be on the stream and I'll show you guys live how we assess it, right? So, the best way to just describe it is, the best way to show you guys is, showing you guys in real time, right? As I do every day. So there's 2 setups here that I've left you guys with, and these are potentially longer setups, but at least for the current range. So for USD CAD would be at least for this range. You have to see to it if you're going to hold on. And that's, again, I'm going to consider myself as well if I should hold on to setup, but nonetheless, that's one setup. So let USD CAD come above the top end of the range. for the sell stops. And for a GJ, I'm still looking for a push down, at least to the 1 hour EMA. And actually, yeah, 2 hour as well. So 1 hour and 2 hour as well. For it to drop below. There's some wicks here. Once it does create a larger wick, at that point I can consider the buy stops here. Right? So 2 options here, or 2 setups here that I've showed you guys. I will be taking both, as I'll be watching the charts actively. I'm going to just set alerts here, guys. I do have another chart set up, for my own personal trading. These are for mostly the streams here. As you guys can see, I show all these setups here. I leave all the setups here that we've taken on the streams here, all across here on GJ. So many setups here that were majority were profitable, but nonetheless, let's get back to action. So here it's coming right down now, but again, guys, I won't be staying on for the stream now. I think it's been a decent amount of time, and yep, you guys have the setups here right in front of you guys. These are bonus entries. I don't always give these setups, guys. Where's the buys? Right here. Okay. So the setup, I'm just staying here because I'm going to screenshot this and put it on the platform just so, again, I can show everybody that we did win this setup here. But this is the setup we're looking at once it crosses below here, across the 1 hour, 2 hour, and 4 hour here as well. Right? Thank you for the kind words. And again, I'll look for the stream tomorrow, guys. Yes, there is a lot of high impact news coming tomorrow, but it'll be very interesting. Good thing is we do have a profitable start to the week, and potentially more profitable or more profit for the day if these setups do form correctly, as anticipated. And as always, guys, safe trading. And we'll come back tomorrow, guys. Take care, and enjoy the rest of your day.